me ask you, did you know that $50,000 of public funding, in other words, our tax dollars, were given to a private airport? That's right, Shannon Airport, contrary to the recommendation of the Citizen Budget Review Committee. And if you go to the Spotsylvania website, click on Boards and Commissions, and you scroll down. Here to the left, you will see the Citizen Budget Review Committee. And here you will see their mission statement and their purpose. Pretty much in a nutshell, the Citizen Budget Review Committee is comprised of citizens of the area who review and analyze information, and they make recommendations on the budgets and the school superintendent's budget. In other words, they're kind of like our local watchdogs, trying to make sure that we get the maximum bang for our tax dollars. Okay, so the question is, how did this get approved? What's going on with the Board of Supervisors that they approve this? So Gary Skinner, our current Lee Hill Supervisor, pushed for a $50,000 grant to be given to the Shannon Airport Museum, supposedly for building maintenance. Okay. Now, his argument was that this would boost tourism. You truly think that people would come here to Fredericksburg, Virginia, just to visit the Shannon Airport Museum? Now, here's a fact that was highlighted by that very same committee, and that's the fact that the Richmond Aviation Museum only had 13,000 visitors its last year before closing. So being that we don't have the same population as Richmond, what is the likelihood that people would come? And more importantly, since it's a privately owned museum, what do we as citizens, what does the county get out of this? According to Skinner, entrance to the museum is free. So I'm trying to figure out how this would behoove us. This article was published on June 6th. And according to this article, the Shannon Airport was opened on June 3rd. If you read that article, and I will provide links for you to do your own due diligence, something that caught my attention is this phrase here. The museum's dedication began with a family fun run on the airport's paved runway. Plans don't call for the aircraft to remain where they are today, in Shannon's maintenance hangar adjacent to where the aircraft originally were displayed. Now here's a quote by Gary Skinner. What you see today is a fraction of what we're going to hope to build, a 25,000 square foot museum, said Gary Skinner, a Spotsylvania County District Supervisor. So my question is, who exactly is we? Did you know that Gary Skinner, our Lee Hill Supervisor, immediately took a job as the Shannon Airport Manager? Now, do you really think this is a free position that he's donating his time? Would you care to guess what his salary is? I've got to tell you, so would I. So again, who exactly is we? Oh, yeah, that's right. He's now the Shannon Airport Manager. And this year, he envisions a partnership between the county government and private sector. Maybe he envisions more public funding for his private future pay raise. So I took a little trip down to the county courthouse where I requested to see his statement of economic interest. So here we see that all of this was completed by him. This is his signature this past January. It was received by the county courthouse on January 11th. We see here that under his Schedule A, he states that he works for Lowe's as a salesperson. This is absolutely fascinating. And I have to say it's quite impressive. I mean, when does a Lowe's salesperson suddenly, immediately, and conveniently end up becoming an airport manager? So, would you like proof that Mr. Skinner actually works for Shannon Airport now? I thought you might, so hang tight. Okay, here we are on Skinner's website. Now, you would think that it would be under the About Gary tab. That would be the honest and transparent thing to do. Now you scroll down, you see all of this. He's so wonderful, he's so terrific, blah, blah, blah. But why is there no mention here of his employment at Shannon Airport? And obviously, he must have had some type of legal counsel advising him to put it somewhere on the website in order to be able to say that it's never been private or hidden information. So you really have to look very, very closely. Go under Issues, go down to Tourism, and then here it's conveniently tucked away and hidden in here. Here you go. Gary knows the tourism business particularly well because he is the airport manager at our county's only airport, Shannon Airport, which also boasts a new airplane museum and cafe that he also manages. So Gary does not need on-the-job training when it comes to attracting tourism dollars. He sure doesn't. It appears he just needs to suck up more public funding that our schools need under the pretext of generating tourism dollars. I invite you to do your own due diligence and decide for yourself. Wake up. It's time we let our voices be heard. What do you think this is? Is this corruption? Is this a conflict of interest? Is this unethical? Or, in Gary Skinner's famous words, is this really common sense leadership? More importantly, should this even be legal? Now, it appears that as of August 8th, everyone on the Board of Supervisors knew about Mr. Skinner's job as the Shannon Airport Manager, which then begs the question, why? Why isn't anyone saying anything? Why isn't there an investigation? Why are other members of the board silent about this? Why is there no open disclosure about Mr. Skinner's job and, more importantly, his salary? Is that $50,000 of public funding going back into his pocket in the form of a salary? As citizens of Lee Hill, we have a right to know. Start making noise and wake up. Please inform yourself. Watch the March 16th Board of Supervisors meeting. Start at the 58-minute mark. All links will be provided for your review. I encourage you to get involved and to get informed. Do you really want another term of Skinner? We've had 3 already.